it's me. I'm here. Let's get some lights on. I've been trying to wait until the last minute because it's quite warm. Just a little, hot. Not complaining. Not complaining. We mustn't complain. We get such a short amount of decent weather in the UK for our summer. I am not going to complain. Right, let's see if I have gone live. Let's hope I have. Let's go back to my YouTube channel. I can't find my cursor. There's my cursor. There we are. So hopefully someone will be able to join. Hello, Nora. So pleased to hear that your parcel has arrived. Yay! I'm here with a cold drink and a fan. I'm sorry if, in fact, 2 fans. I'm sorry if there's a background noise, but it's so hot. It's already 26 degrees in here. About an hour ago, it was 24, which was quite nice. So I have an ice cold with ice cloudy lemonade, and it's wonderful. Now, let me grab what I'm going to be using. I have done some prep because I'm not using a heat gun in this weather. I've already used a heat gun this morning. So I have already done my sentiments because, as I say, wasn't going to use a heat gun during my live. Now, if I start getting a little hot and bothered, I do apologise. I may have to wipe my brow. I have a piece of paper tissue ready. Yeah, it's the thing that morning, Wendy. The thing that I was thinking about earlier this morning when I was watering the greenhouse, which was 30 degrees at 7:30. Just saying. Morning, Claire. Oh no, of course you're in isolation. I saw on your timeline on Facebook that you were in isolation because your son has been pinged. No, has got it. That's right. Morning, Bea. Morning, Margaret. Glad it's nice pretty much everywhere, apart according to all your comments, so that's good. But yes, so there I was watering the greenhouse early this morning, and I was thinking, good grief, it's hot when it's 30, 31 degrees. Can you imagine what those poor people on the north and west of North America have been putting up with 40, 50 degrees? I mean, can you imagine what that must have been like? I can't even get my head around it. I've done 40 degrees on the coast, which wasn't too bad because it was on the coast and I was on holiday, so went swimming a lot. But 50 degrees, seriously, that is horrid. And I have to say, hubby and I are very fortunate. We have air conditioning in our bedroom, and our bedroom's downstairs and is already one of the coolest rooms in the house, regardless of the aircon. From a wet and cold Victoria in lockdown. Oh, I'm sorry you're in lockdown again, Karen. Happy Freedom Day. Yeah, not really. It's I would say it's freedom minus rather than freedom plus. So we have all been asked to basically be sensible. I think we are the trial for the rest of the world to see what happens if, when you've got a fairly well vaccinated adult population, you release all guidance. We know that the infection rates will go up, and they are. We know that the hospitalization and death rates will go up, and they are. But they're nowhere near where they were this time last year, or indeed at the last wave. Morning, Sue. So fingers crossed we are not going to be lab rats. We're going to be successful in our experiment. Right. So, number of things to remind you. A, we have until the 2nd of August for Designer Series paper discount. 15% off all of the Designer Series papers other than the colour families and the specialty papers in the annual catalogue. So today I am using one that's not my absolute favourite, but I did take advantage of the discount, and that's the Sweet Symmetry. I think the Sweet Symmetry needs to be used in small quantities or with lots of big things over the top. For me, they're a bit busy, so I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to make some project that will sit well with me. Fingers crossed. Storm warning now for today. Oh, is that be? Yeah, 7 o'clock this evening. I think we are due to have a potential thunderstorm. Let's have a look. Oh no, it's now 8 o'clock, but it's only a 12% chance. I think it's one of those you may or may not get it. We do have a yellow warning, and that it's going to be sudden, and you're either going to get it or you're not. So who knows? Morning, Sue. But yeah, the slightly upsetting thing is that my brother and sister-in-law are up near Oxford on Saturday, and they're coming in to have an early supper with us, and the forecast for Saturday is thundery showers and a gentle breeze. It's supposed to get better as the evening goes on, but only a little bit. So yeah, hey ho, such is life. So yes, so 15% off the designer series paper that isn't colour families or specialty, and that's until the 2nd of August. Good morning, Judith, from a hot and sunny Sussex. Brief thunderstorm around tea time yesterday. We were building up to something around tea time yesterday, and it kind of just disappeared, so it didn't happen. We could do with the rain. I'm sick and tired of watering the garden already. I know, we're in the UK. Let's complain about the weather. So that was the first thing. What was the other? Oh yes. So today, well, if you subscribe to my newsletter, and this is for UK based people, so anyone with a UK address, I have posted on my newsletter details of my product shares for the new mini. There's paper share, ribbon share, I'm going to rephrase that, designer series paper share, ribbon share, and special paper share, which is all the vellums and cork paper and foils and all those things. And I've got combinations as well. There's pretty much, I think I've managed to put every combination together. So those are now available to reserve. That's on YouTube and on my website and in my newsletter. It posted on my newsletter on my website this morning. So do look at that. People are already reserving. So if you want to jump on board with that, you have until the 1st of August, so that I can then spend the 2nd of August working out how much I need of everything to then order on the 3rd. I'm hoping it will arrive quickly, but who knows. But I will certainly, I'm aiming to get it out the beginning to middle of the following, well, 2 weeks after the launch. So those are the two things from me. So let me flip the camera down so we've got picture in picture. And dare I say, this is my wavy, I've got sick and tired of drying my hair look. When it's too hot, I can't be bothered to dry my hair, so it kind of goes a bit Right, let me find, because I have got, here we go, these are the patterns of the papers. So there are 6 designs, double-sided, so 12 prints. Do remember that if you don't already subscribe, you can do that by clicking on the button in the bottom right hand corner, and a like is always appreciated. Comments, love comments. I'm currently thinking about getting an electric car, so I'm watching lots of YouTube reviews of electric cars. I have managed to talk myself out of the Tesla 3 because I really can't afford it. It is jolly nice, but I really can't afford it. But there's a channel, Electrified, yes, Electrified, where they say if you like, share, comment, subscribe, you help pay my salary. So there we are. If you do all of that stuff, dum-dum. So lovely to be able to share stamping and creativity with so many awful things going on around the world. Oh, absolutely, Karen. And I think they're going to continue to go on for quite a while. Anyway, so these are the patterns. So I've done them so it's A, B, A, B, A, B. And then if I turn it over, it's A, B, A, B, A, B. So there are some quite nice quiet ones. That I would call quiet. That's quite busy for me. So I've got prepared, but not die cut, because I didn't want to cheat too much, 3 sentiments, and I'm using Sunny Sentiments, which is in the annual catalogue. It's quite hidden. It's one of those ones that, where is it, page 38. I used the, where is it? So here we are, 37, 38. So I used the Sharing Sunshine for my Simple Stamping Saturday. And this is opposite that. So that's on page 39. This is on page 38. There are some really nice sentiments. Hello, Jenny. You've got bronchitis and no voice. Yeah, I think my husband would think that's great as well. Oh, I do hope you're better soon. So we've got thank you for all the little things you do and for your big heart, which I think is lovely. Hoping your birthday is filled with all the best things. I know we've been out of touch, but I think about you more often than you know. I think is brilliant, particularly at the moment where wherever you are, even if it is inverted commas Freedom Day, haha. I think we have been in that position where we haven't necessarily been communicating with people as much as we would normally. So I think this is a really great sentiment. Thought you could use some sunny thoughts today. Always a nice one. And a happy hello to you. I'm using these 3. So I'm missing out the birthday. But those are the ones that I am using. I said at the beginning, but I will repeat, I do have a fan to my side, and it's one of those ones where you put water in it and it blows out cooler air. So I'm sorry if there's a hum in the background. It's either that or I'm going to expire from heat. So I'm going to start by die cutting my sentiments and going from there. I'm using from the new mini the seasonal label dies. I'm only actually using 2, but they are brilliant. So I'm using these 2, but we've got just the labels are brilliant. So label, you can tell it's hot because these are coming off without any problems really at all. Label, and we've got ribbon cuts as well that you can put on. These obviously go with the stamp set. And then an enormous great big label. So lots of lovely labels to go with whatever you want to make. And as I say, this is from the mini catalogue. If it makes you comfortable, go for it. Absolutely. That's kind of where I'm going from, Jenny. As I say, I hope that the hum in the background isn't too intrusive. It's actually a fan that someone who used to follow me quite regularly, but I know she's signed up as a demonstrator, sent me last year when we had our 2 days of hot weather, except it arrived when we had our 2 days of hot weather, but I've broken it out and it's great. As is ice cold cloudy lemonade. So mini die cutter. Oh, now Judith, I think I have to thank you for an order. I am doing an ordering special as ever. If you order £50 or more in product, you will get a full set of the Genial Gems. But you will also be entered into a draw for a new inbox mini die cutter. So it's a really good time to stock up on your designer series paper and get a chance to win a mini die cutter because they're great. So yeah, you have until the end of the month to do that. So that's that one. The other 2, I think I need the larger die for. I know I do for this one. So I've done Flirty Flamingo, Night of Navy and Just Jade, which are a few of the colours that are in the paper. There's also Calypso Coral and Bumblebee, and I think there might be something else. I'll have a look in a minute. But yeah. So yes, if you fancy a chance of winning one of these, £50 order in product will get you in the draw. And I will be drawing that on the 1st of August and will post the winner on my website. So always good to know that there are things that you can benefit from. Later this week I've got to send out in the post. It's my 5th anniversary on the 29th of the month, so 9 days. One of them's going to be late. So I am celebrating with my team by sending them all a kit. I have already said this, they may not have registered it, but I have. So there's going to be some goodies in the post for them soon, so that we can all then have a kit making session. One of them has to go to Germany, which is why I'm saying I may be a bit late getting that one out. So I think I have probably bought most of the stock of the particular kit this month. Right, okay, enough procrastination, let's get on with this. So I've got card bases. I thought I had, yes I have. I've got liners. I don't need the dies anymore, so let's put those away. And then we can start making. I have pulled out the Just Jade braided ribbon and the Flirty Flamingo metallic ribbon, so that we have some ribbons to go with the paper. And they are these two. So they are obvious. This is the Just Jade and this is the Flirty Flamingo. I keep forgetting that I've got those ribbons, but hey, we have. Now I'm thinking that I'm going to mix up the colours a bit. So I'm thinking I might go for Just Jade but cut the other way on this one. So I think I'm going to start with that one. And that means I think, yep, I need a new piece of paper. But I have opened, I thought I'd opened the packet. Oh no, I get to open the packet. I like opening new packets of paper. So, let us go. Oh, come on. There's something really satisfying about opening a new pack of paper. I don't know what it is, but there is something awfully satisfying about it. Right, let's pop that down there. So, trimmer. I want my Just Jade to run that way because for me that's the right way. If you want it that way, that's fine. So this is going to be 3 7/8. And I want one piece cut at 5 5/8. So this is my usual size mat. So that's that. This one I'm going to cut down a little more than usual. Normally I would go 5 1/2. I'm going to take a whole 1/4 inch off my measurement. So I'm going to 5 3/8 and 3 5/8. Now the pattern's not going to be symmetrical, which I'm going to have a bit of an issue with, but I'm going to be brave and get over it. So this is going to be a lesson in really quick card making. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to stick these two together before I put it on here because I want to add the ribbon, and I want the ribbon to have a little bit more, something a little more robust to go around because I'm not using card. So, bit of seal. Oh, another thing just to mention for those of you in the UK at the moment, because of the heat, Just be a little bit wary of doing a lot of colouring with your alcohol markers, because they've got alcohol in them, you will find that they're going to run more. I will show you what I mean in a moment, because I did some colouring last evening, which I've got to fussy cut yet, but and this is a stamp set from the new catalogue. Now normally I would expect the colours to not bleed instantly through. They've done a lot of bleeding, and this was at about 9 o'clock last night. The alcohol is really quite runny, which you would expect, frankly, in the heat. Morning, Cheryl! From Florida. Woohoo! Right, so this is going to go on here, which I find quite calm. It's quite zen, I think is the word I'm looking for. And then I'm going to have, thought you could use some sunny thoughts. What am I? Oh no, I may go for a happy hello. What I am going to use is some of the Flirty Flamingo metallic ribbon. So let us cut a piece of that, about yay long. And then I'm going to add some Seal Plus, my adhesive of choice when it comes to ribbon. Ooh, particularly when it decides it's going to run. Thank you. So it's double-sided, doesn't matter which way you put it on. I'm going to line it up with my grid paper, and I'm going to go up there, I think. So I'm lining up with that line. So line it up on a line again, and at lunchtime today I have got a leader's lunch with my upline, which will be fun. We have a general sort of chat and catch up, and then talk about everything Stampin' Up. And we do that via Zoom, so that's something to look forward to. I will be drinking an ice cold drink, sitting in the shade on the patio. Happily, we do have a big shaded area on the patio. Just realised I haven't folded my card. That's fine. The reason I like to fold my cards before I stick anything on is just in case it's longer at the front than the back, because I like it longer at the front than the back. So this is slightly longer. So pop that down, and I put some Seal Plus over the ribbon as well as under the ribbon, so that it's well and truly trapped. Pop the lid back on my glue and pop it back in its upside down stand. Right, bone folder. Do I need... That doesn't look straight. Is that straight? Oh no, it is straight. It is. So I'm going to have that there. No, I am. I'm going to just add a small knot. So I like to do just a half knot round, rather than tying the end, cutting it so you've got ends at the front, which I find really difficult. I like to just cut a second piece and tie it around, and it gives you the same look. And then I'm just going to trim those to length. What I haven't got on my desk, because my fan is using the space, are my little bins, but that's fine. So that's that. Then I'm going to grab some dimensionals, or as one of my team will insist on calling them, unmentionables. I don't mind her calling them that, by the way. That came out with the emphasis on the wrong word, really. And I'm going to put these so that the ribbon is less likely to get interfered with by the dimensional. Although I might put a single piece of edge across the middle. Pop those down in a little pile to put in the bin later. there. Now let's see what we've got in the way of embellishments that we can put on. I'm thinking, you're going to think I'm mad. Well, you may not. I'm thinking champagne rhinestones, because I think they are sort of pink enough. Let's have a look. What else have we got? Oh, grab those for when we do just jade. Could use these. Actually, yes, let's use the blue, because the blue adhesive gems, one of the colours is navy blue. So let's use those. I'll keep those out for later. And then we'll just zhuzh this up a bit with some adhesive gems. So I'm going to have one of those down there. I'm going to have a little one just tucked in there, and another big one up there. Now this is going to annoy me because it's flying, and I don't like flying ribbon. So let me just grab my glue dots, which are going to be very gluey today. And I'm just going to pop a glue dot there, and then I can attach my ribbon to that glue dot so that it sort of looks like it's tucked under the label. Let's get that released. There we go. Right, now we need a liner, which I have out. Let's just tidy things up a wee bit. So onto the liner I am going to put a piece of the paper, and I think I'm going to go with the just jade side, but I'm going to trim it down a little. So I've got my little chopper, which I know we can't buy, but I have it and it's just easy. So yes, so I've got leaders lunch at lunchtime, and then we are planning our team retreat in September. So we've got both a team retreat for just my team, which I do virtually because I have people spread around the country, indeed into Europe, and then we've also got an in-person, which I'm being brave and going to in September with my upline. And I say I'm being brave because we're still not, you know, totally sure about this whole meeting lots of people bit. By September I'm hoping I'll feel a little more comfortable about it. I'm sure it'll be fine. So let's pop this on the inside, and then that is our first card done. Now, if you find that this is still too busy, of course you could change and have this pattern here and this pattern here. But I like that I've cut down the amount of this pattern, and I've got a really bold sentiment on it. So it's really there. So it breaks that whole thing up a little bit. Right, so that's our first card. So let's have a look at patterns and see what we're going to do for our second card. She says trying to find her little bits of pattern, which I have now buried. Why am I surprised? Come on. Oops. Right. So I'm going to do just jade next. So I am thinking I could just be a real cheat and go for the kind of opposite. So I could do that and that, which I think would look quite nice, and use the Just Jade ribbon. This is Calypso Coral, with a really big sentiment. Or that one. That's Calypso Coral as well, so definitely. Oh, that's about that? Oh, I think I might do that. Yes. So we want that pattern, which is really busy. It's quite nice having the small pieces. Now I've cut these so that they will eventually end up on a card front, but it's quite nice just to be able to play with them rather than having the 12 by 12. If you're Kylie Bertucci, you would chop up your paper anyway. The first thing you would do is chop up your paper, which I have no issue with whatsoever. Actually, I've got a piece of this out, so I might as well use that. Let's pop that away. Ooh, and then I could use that one for that. Ooh, that's a thought. Right. Sorry, my brain is running. It's wonderful. Clearly it needs this heat. Okay, so I am going to go for the same dimensions. Probably need to pull another piece out, don't I? In fact, I'm going to pull a new piece out, simply because it's going to be easier to cut it in a sensible fashion with a new piece. That's that one. There we go. I will get less wastage, is basically what I'm saying. So again, I'm going to cut at 5 5/8 and then work from there. No, I'm not. I'm going to cut at 3 7/8. Duh. And work from there. It's the heat! I'm blaming the heat. Right, so this is going to be at 5 5/8. Now, one of the things when on one of our recent team events, one of the girls was saying that she was getting through her blades really quickly on her trimmer, and we discovered that she was really pushing her blade. Don't. You don't need you need almost no pressure on it at all. So that's fine. So the question is, how much of a margin do I want? I've got a large sentiment. I was going to use the navy, I think, wasn't I? Was I going to use I could use the navy, but I think I'm going to go just quite like the idea of using the navy. I'm going to go quite a lot smaller, I think, with my... In fact, I don't think I'm going to use ribbon. Oh, horror! Right, so I don't want to go any wider than this, because I want this to sit... Although I could... So if I measure this, that is 3 3/8, roughly, let's say 3 1/2. So if I were to cut this to 3 1/2, that's 3/8 less than my normal. So 5 5/8 becomes 5 1/4, and 3 7/8 becomes 3 1/2. And again, it's not symmetrical or, you know, even, but I'm fine with that. So that's quite a nice wide border. Quite like that. So very subtle changes. These are not going to be particularly different cards, just saying. Hi Lorna! Have to go out soon. Fair enough. Just don't get too hot is all I would say. So again, I'm just using some seal to attach my paper to my paper, and I've now got a large border to deal with. Be nice if I could get it square. That's better. Right, so I'm going to use some of the Just Jade braided ribbon. Now this frays really badly. Well, I say bad. It doesn't fray really badly. It does fray. It is polyester and PET, i.e. plastic, which is probably why it frays. But what it does do, if you're not careful, is shrink. So if I pull on it, it becomes narrower. So you want to be aware when you stick it to anything that you don't pull it too tight. So again, I'm going to get some Seal Plus and add, come on, you can do it. Yes, you can. I know it's hot, but you can do it. Thank you. There we go. It's fine once you get it rolling. So what I mean is, I'm going to put this a little bit higher up on my card. So I'm going to attach there and then gently pull it round. Now what I'm not going to do, if you look at this, is that it's going to bend this and make it really hard to attach, but also you've got this rather unpleasant dip here, so you want to make sure that it's relaxed across your card so that you don't get that funny effect. So again, just make sure it's relaxed. I mean, not loose, but just relaxed. And then that is the same width, basically, each side. Okay? So, stick those down and add some more Seal Plus over the top so that it's really well stuck when I stick it to my card base. And, oh, fold your card first, Yuille. There we go. Right, so this is the slightly longer piece. So it's the front. So yes, I'm looking forward to our virtual retreat in September where we will be playing with lots of goodies. So it's going to be some celebration items, some new autumn winter catalogue. I'm never going to be able to call it the July to December catalogue. It's got autumn and winter stuff in it. I know those of you in Australia, it's not your autumn or winter in those months. Well, it is now, but it's got autumnal things in it. Right, so I thought you could use some sunny thoughts today, and I'm going to put it square on. So again, just need some dimensionals. Could actually use black because this is dark. I could use dark dimensionals. And I'm going to put small ones at either side, just because I want to give it a little bit more support, but again, I don't want the dimensionals really over the ribbon. It's just a kind of awkward, let's put another one in each of there. It's just kind of a bit awkward having dimensionals under the ribbon. Hello, Barbara Ann from New Zealand. So you joined just in time for me to call the July-December catalogue the autumn-winter, because it is. For those of us in the northern hemisphere, it's autumn-winter. So I'm just pulling these little things off. I do have the stamp set for this paper, and I haven't yet used it. Oh, I know! So naughty! Right, so I think Sunny needs to go in the middle. Like that. And again, we need to do something for our inside. So I've got lots of this left. I think I'm going to trim this so that I've got a row of flowers. So again, I'm going to use my mini trimmer because it's quicker. So I'm just going to line up like that, and turn it around and line it up on the 3/4 inch line. Should be perfect. So we've got a little row of matching flowers across in the inside of our card. just to help bring everything together. So that's going to go just down there. Perfect. I am going across that bit as well because it's slightly longer than the, or wider rather than the width of the tape runner. I just want to yell out at my husband forgetting. Oh, Jenny. Oh dear, I know exactly what you mean. I don't tend to lose my voice very often, fortunately, bearing in mind what I do. But when I do, oh boy does it go. And all I can do is whisper. So all I can do is that. Because when you whisper, you don't use your vocal cords. And basically, if you've lost your voice, it's because your vocal cords are inflamed. So if you whisper, you can still make a noise. What if you can bear it? This is back from my singing days. My singing teacher always used to recommend really good olive oil, which, if you get one that's really nice, isn't too unpleasant. But if you take a teaspoon of olive oil, if you can bear it, olive oil has an antiseptic and anesthetic effect. It stings a little to begin with, but it is very good for your vocal cords. Just saying. The other thing that's very good for your vocal cords is pineapple juice. Again, it's got that anesthetic and what have you. I had to make a phone call before, and Ray, who is, thought it was just one of those adult calls. Yeah. Is it hot where we are? Well, actually, no, you're in Auckland. It was 31 degrees yesterday. Part of the problem we've got is that we are inland, and we're actually in a bowl. We're in a part of the country which normally gets the record for the coldest temperature of the year, or of the country, because we're in this bowl and it's a bit of an ice pocket, but it's also a bit of a heat ball. So once the heat gets in, it doesn't tend to get out. So yeah, 31 degrees and humid. Not at all like North America has been putting up with. So that's that one. Now, I kept out somewhere, didn't I? Oh no, I put them on the top. Some of those, which I may or may not use on this one. I may actually... I wonder... Will those work? Possibly. Or, ooh. These are actually pumpkin pie, but those pick out the orange quite nicely. Or the navy. Oh, I'll use those. So these are the holiday rhinestones, which are in the annual catalogue. I know they're holiday rhinestones, but, you know, we can have holiday in the catalogue. We will enjoy our summer. I mean, 8 degrees. Okay. Summer in the UK tends to come and go in the space of about 2 days. And traditionally, we get 2 days of hot weather and then thunderstorms, and I think that's what we're aiming for or expecting this time. We're not the right climate for hot weather. It doesn't really like being hot in the UK. So I'm just popping some of these round my sentiment. I'm going to get a larger one, and I'm going to have that one a little way off, just to sort of bring the focus out a bit. So there we are, that's that one. So do remember that you've got things like this in the annual catalogue that you can use very successfully with other colours or other things. So Flirty Flamingo, and again this is the front. Just going to grab a pencil and go front, because otherwise I will forget by the time I get there. And now I had a bit of a moment, didn't I? And I said, oh, I know what I'm going to do. It wasn't that, but I do quite like that. Oh, I like that on there. Oh, except it's got to go with jade. No, no, not that. So let me grab my little bits of paper again. I've used that one. Could use that one. That's Flirty Flamingo. Or that's Calypso Coral. That's not got the jade. I've used that one. So I think we're going to go this one. Although the reverse is Calypso Coral, so I'm going to use a different reverse. I might use, let's see. I used to be indecisive, but now I can't make my mind up. I might go this one. Yeah. See, had I thought about it, I would have used the Night of Navy on this one and the Just Jade on the last one. But yeah, I'm going to use this back and this front. Go figure. So that back, so I've got a piece of that I can cut down, and that front, which I haven't got. So I do like that navy. I really, 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 really like that one. Really like that one. No, I'm going to go with that one. Going to go with that one, so that's that and that. Right. Okay, so got that and that and that and that. Yeah. So the floral, this one and that one. So that's that one. And this is the other one. Right, so I'm going to lay them together because I am lazy. Assuming that the pattern is running in the right direction on both. That one doesn't really have a direction, but that does. So I'm going to have them going that way. And do my usual 3 7/8. Three and 7/8. Sorry, Jen, I've just seen your comment. Are you indecisive? Well, yes and no. Quite. Right, so this I want at, no, that's the one I'm going to have on top. This is the one I want at 5 5/8. So that's going to be there. And this one, again, this is where it's quite nice just to kind of go, well, except I'm going to have it that way. I think I'm going to take 1/4 of an inch off my usual measurements. Yeah. Again, it's not going to be completely central, which is going to do my head in a bit. Barbara Karen is in Victoria, yes. So I'm going to take 1/4 of an inch off. So 5 3/8 by 3 5/8. So that's my background. This is my foreground. And then we've got our label. And I think I'm going to go with the Flirty Flamingo ribbon. Again. So, again, going to stick one to t'other. There we go. And I quite like the idea. So I haven't decided which is the up and which is the not. So I'm going to go there, I think. So I'm going to come along this line here, roughly. So that is there. So I need my adhesive there. And then I'm going to pop this on from the front this time because I do want it to be on that line. So I want it even across, evenly spread across, whatever the correct English is. That would be so much better if it actually was evenly across. There we go. Who would know that sticking on a piece of paper, oh sorry, a piece of ribbon would take that much concentration? And again, Seal Plus over the ribbon, and then adhesive. Oh, have fun, Lorna. Enjoy. Oh, and we're doing a card swap. So the team is going to do a card swap with the new catalogue. So we're waiting until kind of middle of August because not everyone wants to buy now because, you know, budgets and all those sorts of things. And then we're going to do a swap where you, depending on how many people are in the swap, you make that number of the same card and then you share them with everybody else, which is a really nice way of seeing what everyone else is doing and all that good stuff. Again, I quite fancy having, yeah, or I could just play it safe and go for a piece of the yellow, which I think is probably what I'm going to do. So I will, yep. So we're going to use Bumblebee for the inside. You haven't seen your parents for 2 years. Oh, never has Oz seemed so far away. Yeah, I bet. Someone I know who, bless her, is an anaesthetist, which at the moment is, you know, not the best job in the world. She's from the UK. She worked out in Oz some years ago and met her boyfriend, who is also English, out there, but he's still there, or is still there. And he's a helicopter pilot and he's getting his hours in, flying across parts of Australia, and she wanted to go back and join him, which she was allowed to do, but my goodness, it cost her an arm and a leg. I want to say it was something like 20,000, and I don't know if that was pounds or Aussie dollars. Either way, it's quite a lot of money. I know there are quite a lot of Aussie dollars to the pound, but even so, it wasn't cheap. She is there now, which is great, and obviously she's, you know, doing her bit for the Australian Health Service. But yeah, difficult times, and of course she now can't come back. So this is going on the inside. Central would be a little bit better. I mean, you know, call me old-fashioned, but that's better. Right, so we've just got to stick this on and then do some embellishment, and we're done. Yeah, it's a dreadful time. I think the only reason that this girl was allowed to go back to Oz is because she's an anaesthetist and had worked there before. So I think she was kind of using that to her advantage. And this was way at the beginning. I mean, you know, ages ago, like a year ago. I tell a lie. It was Christmas, because she had to isolate before she went out. Because obviously, you know, going out there and having a positive test, not what a great idea. So she isolated before she went out. So yeah, I love using my edge bits. It feels so satisfying. So I'm going to cut that one in half. I'm going to have a little bit there and a little bit there. It's not often that I end up with no edge bits and some actual dimensionals on a sheet. Oh, that's good, Barbara Ann. Thank you, Karen. Yeah, well, that's what I thought. We need something to cheer us up a bit, and I particularly like the thought you could use some sunny thoughts today. So yeah, I just liked this. I had actually overlooked this. I'm going to go over the edge. What I could have actually done, now that I look at it, is just put the ribbon here and round the back. But hey, now I'm going to use some of these. I thought we could do with some cheering up because it's just not a particularly wonderful time at the moment, even if it is in inverted commas freedom. And it depends on what part of the UK you're in. So if you're in what we always used to very rudely call Welsh Wales, as opposed to anywhere else Wales, they haven't got the same relaxation that we have. Probably wisely, frankly. I'm not convinced by square embellishments, but I'm embracing them. In fact, no. Let's just pop one. Oh, I'm going to go there because I can, for no real reason, but I can. You're in complete lockdown. Ooh, so you can go out for shopping and medical appointments. Can you go out for exercise? But let it be said, you've had fewer deaths in the whole time than we've had on some of our days. Sunny thoughts today, not because of the miserable weather, because we found out our lockdown has been extended. Oh, horrid. So, sorry, I've got an ice cube in my mouth now. So, this is the last one. Terribly rude of me. Oh, wonderful, Claire. What a great idea. It's your son who's not well, I think, isn't it? Although not too badly not well. Am I right? Anyway, so this is the last one we've done. Then we've got this one. And then we've got this one. Now, you may not be able to see this, but I'm going to mention it anyway. So this was my very first white embossing powder. And I've had the tiniest amount left. So I got a new pot before they were part of the basics embossing powder bundle. But I got a new pot. And it's white. This is not quite white. This is white. Sadly, I've mixed it with the remains of the old one, but I don't know if you're going to be able to see the difference. But the white is now really, really white, which is great. Anyway, actually, if I put that one in the middle, that balances better, I think. So there we are. 3 cards, basically the same, using basically the same products, but just all a little different, but really nice and bright and cheery. I'm going to need to bring this across because I've just realised this one is under my face. But actually, if I do that, that's probably better. Let's do that. But anyway, so, and I love these labels. As I say, they are from Seasonal Labels. The Seasonal Labels dies. They do go with a stamp set as well. It's one of the stamp sets. I don't have a copy of the catalogue. Or do I? Yes, I do. I can't show you the catalogue obviously. They go with for those of you in the UK who are customers, you will be getting your catalogues very soon. Right, so it goes with the Christmas season stamp set. Yeah, Christmas season stamp set. So yes, it can be bundled. So, hello Elaine. So as I have said before, but I will repeat myself, if you're in the UK and you would like a product share, that's either designer series paper, the special papers, or the ribbons, or any combination thereof from the new annual from the new mini catalogue. That's all on my website now. And there's a YouTube video that launched this morning as well, so you can go and have a look at those. I'm taking reservations between now and the 1st of August. If you order the designer series paper share, or a share with the designer series paper in it, you will also get a sheet of A4, which white A4, which will have on it the colours for each of the packs, and it will be in cards. So I'll have punched them out and put them on the piece of card. I'm not putting on any of the foiling because we don't have iridescent foil, so I can't, but one of them is foiled in iridescent and is gorgeous. Whimsy and Wonder, I think it's called, but it's gorgeous. So yes, so I'm just throwing that in. I will make up as many as I need for my product shares, and yeah, that information is all there. The world has gone mad, Elaine. You are absolutely right. Anywho, I'm going to flip up my camera so I can say goodbye properly. Little webcam. There we are. There I am. So, thank you all very much for joining me this morning, this afternoon, this evening. I will be back again at 3 o'clock UK time on Thursday. Do please remember to like the video. It really does make a huge difference to the number of people that get to see it. If you wish to share the video with anyone, you can do that. There is a share button, so you can share the video. Again, that helps a lot. And obviously, if you're in the UK, if you need any Stampin' Up supplies and you don't have a demonstrator that you already use, please let me know, and I will be very happy to look after you. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you very much indeed. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see some of you on Thursday. Look after yourselves, please. Stay safe. And we will speak soon. Bye bye. I will put up my end screen.